Okay, we're here with one of the creators of one of the coolest games at IndieCade, Killer Queen. So tell me, how did this game come about?
Well, the game started off as a street game, which actually was a game here at IndieCade last year, like a big game. And it was people running around with foam swords and stuff. And it originally premiered at Come Out and Play, which is a festival in New York. And at some point, we really liked the game mechanics, and we both make video games for a living. So we're like, this would be a really cool video game, and it would be so much easier to transport if it was a video game. But then this happened. So so that's kind of the origins of it.
Well, what I really love about this is I grew up in the age of arcades where, there are all these great games where there was 2 people, 4 people, as many people as you could get playing against each other. Was it important? Exactly. X-Men was huge. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was huge. How important was it for you guys to kind of create it in this sort of arcade fashion you have here?
It's really important. And a lot of people are like, oh, you should put it on Steam. And I mean, I get it. I love Steam too. But I think it would lose some of its magic as a single player over the network kind of experience. I mean, we're talking about it. We're trying to figure out how to bring it to homes. But right now, we're just focusing on making more cabinets.
It's really cool. Well, it's really, really impressive. So can people... Can they purchase a cabinet? How does that work?
Yeah, you can purchase a cabinet. It's expensive, really expensive, but they're very expensive to make, and so if you want to buy a cabinet, you could just write to us on our Facebook page. It's killerqueenarcade.com. We'll take you directly to our Facebook page, and just send us a private message or just post on there hey, how do I buy one or whatever.
Now, what would you say was your biggest influence in creating the overall sort of story and the overall sort of way the game is played?
It's mostly based on social insects. I was up really late and I was watching National Geographic Channel or something, and it was talking about these insects in Africa, like ants in Africa, and I thought it was really interesting how they communicate, and so we started kind of prototyping some ideas, and the game has of course evolved a lot since then, but that was the initial impetus, and then people just automatically assumed that it was about bees, even though it was originally about ants, so we just kind of went with it since bees are nicer, honey and everything is good.
One of the things I love about it is from the very beginning, one player chooses to be the queen, and then everybody else is, basically the same character from there. Is there a lot of do you find there being a lot of competition with people wanting to be the queen, or do you find that people
no.
It's that's where all the responsibility is?
That's where it's like being the quarterback on a football team. So you can fight right from the beginning and you don't upgrade, but then again you can never upgrade. You can never get the speed boost. You can never collect food. So there's definitely trade-offs there, and not everybody wants to be the queen because it's just a lot of responsibility. So I think the ratio is pretty good, 1-4. It's pretty good.
And where do you feel you'd like to see the future of Killer Queen go?
Well, I would love to see it basically in a bunch of locations so people can just come out and play it and get this kind of experience in their hometown. So that would be great. And I love the idea that so much of what we do as gamers is sit in places by ourselves. Yeah. And one of the things I love about the game is that it actually takes me back to the time when I was playing a lot of games in New York in arcades, and I got to meet all these kids because I was hanging out in arcades with other miscreants and stuff. So yeah.
Totally.
So I want to share that.
Totally, great. Well, Nikita, thanks so much.
Yeah,
and,
thank you.
If you guys haven't played Killer Queen yet, you got to find it. Check out your Facebook page. Is there a way to find the...
Yeah, it's if you just type in killerqueenarcade.com, it'll take you to the Facebook page. There was also a really long article about us in Polygon.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so you could just look up Killer Queen Arcade and on Google, and it'll come up.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure, no problem.